hear from them why they did that. You're not. When you are behaving like you are a company owner, you are a director of a company, and anybody who want to access you must go through your PA. You are not there yet. Don't behave like that. When they say hello, the potential. Don't return potential. We are about to close in a few minutes. Now, the third defining question for a rigorous collaboration. Have we identified our strengths and weaknesses? Have we identified our strengths and weaknesses? And I know, Hore, we talk about this when we talk SWOT analysis. But it's a very deep thing. You know, now I think beyond what is there. Strengths and weaknesses. I know where I'm weak. Let me give you an example. I'm a banker by profession. Worked for FNB, got absorbed by West Bank, resigned in 2007 after realizing I'm not called to facilitate transactions of people with money whilst I'm broke. I'm called to stand before people and change mindsets. And that's how I'm going to make a living for life. Since 2007, I've resigned and pursued my purpose. My purpose has taken me overseas. I know some of you have been overseas, but right now, some of you have been overseas. You've been to Joburg, overseas. My purpose has taken me there because of understanding what are my strengths and what are my weaknesses. As a banking professional, I realized over the years, or when it comes to personal financial management, I'm bad. Because in this thing, I want to check it in my account, personal account. I want to see a lot of money. And when it's there, what do? I use the money. And when the money is used, I go back after a month and say, where is the money that was in my account? It's nowhere to be accounted for. That was a weakness. I had to acknowledge the weakness, look around. Does my wife have a strength where I am weak? My wife is a chartered financial analyst, an accountant, and accredited this and this. She's more of an academic. I am more of a talented person. Also, you think I'm an academic as well? Oh, I was. Oh, okay. Now I'm a talented person. I realized that my wife is more strong when it comes to financial management. Because she can cost the whole family to survive on 2,000 rands for the whole month. Now I get to the channel, I want cheese alias cheddar cheese. I fell up on room. I can go to Checkers only to get that cheese. To snack. But Chelete Ele is busy going out and it's not coming in. I had to sit down with my wife, acknowledge my weakness. Acknowledgement of weakness is a strength. Write it down. Acknowledgement of weakness is a strength. If you don't acknowledge weakness, you are weak. So I acknowledged my weakness, which made me strong. I said to my wife, hey, let me confess my sins. Okay? I've used money in a bad way. I've been having monies I did not tell you about. Because I can't account to me. Business, but I cannot trace where the money went. So I want you to forgive me for my past wrongs on personal financial management. Let's start on a clean page. In other words, I was positioning her. Wisdom. Even if she finds or I'm using money, a lot of money, wrongly, she shouldn't judge me. She should be graceful because we are starting on a new page. To cut the long story short, we started a journey with my wife. Today, she's handling about 5 accounts, both business and personal accounts. She is so good that she has not stolen even a cent from those monies. Today, I'm in a better position financially because I've involved somebody who's strong where I am weak. Today, there's no car that I drive. I've got more than one car. There's no car that I drive that I own. Because I gave somebody who is strong where I am weak. Now, what does this mean to our team? That team member that has a weakness, that weakness must be covered by who? By the one with strength. Because if we expose one another's weaknesses, register team. Because that person is a team member. So why when somebody has told you their personal problems, you become an evangelist of their problems? You want to go from class to class and let everybody know about the personal matters that somebody shared with you in confidence. Because you are not clothing the nakedness of another team member. You are exposing their nakedness. And you know these principles also come from the Bible. From the Garden of Eden, when Adam recognized, hey, I'm naked, what did God do? He took fig leaves and covered the nakedness of Adam. Because no one deserves to be paraded with their nakedness in the public arena. No one deserves that. It's a painful thing. It's easy for you to do it because it's not you in the circumstance. But wait until it is you. Your nakedness is paraded in the public arena. You'll realize how painful that is. Just I'm telling people how. Or forgive me for parading your nakedness. Yeah, I shouldn't have done it. I should have covered it. Yeah. So we must identify our strengths and weaknesses, because in acknowledging your weakness, it simply means you're going to look for somebody or something that is stronger than your weakness, and you will use that to cover your what? Your weakness. If you have a problem, stop pretending before your time. Seek for help. Hello, class. Go to somebody that you can be naked to and say to them, here's my situation. Naked, I don't mean in the bedroom, okay? Here's my situation, I need help. I've got financial problems. Then that person who is strong in that area will be able to give you tips on how to overcome your financial weaknesses. Otherwise, some of you are going to retire even before retirement age. Not because you are tired, you still have energy. Because of the color. And you are thinking of the money that you're going to get, at least you'll be able to find peace by scratching all those debts away. And after that, you renovate your house. After renovating the house, you are broke. After being broke, you come back and look for a job in the same system you left. Seek for help. Which comes from my banking knowledge and experience. The last question, defining question for rigorous collaboration. Is it possible to perfect our collaboration? Please answer me. Is it possible to perfect our collaboration? Imagine a perfected collaboration where there are no gossips, no unnecessary criticisms, everybody playing their role, nobody going after anybody, everybody loving accountability, everybody seeking for somebody to hold them accountable. Is it possible to have a perfected collaboration? I like that honest question. Somebody said no. Others, what are we saying? Is it possible to have a perfected collaboration? Impeccable. It's impossible. Let's discuss. What makes it impossible to have a perfected collaboration? What makes it impossible? What is the problem? Why can't we have a team where there's no gossip? Why can't we have a team where everybody plays their role without everybody going after them? Why can't we have a team that loves accountability to account to somebody? Why can't we have a team that seeks for feedback? Don't wait for people to give you feedback. Ask for it. Why can't we have people without egocentrism? Why Why can't we have people who think they are more important than others? What is the challenge? Why? Let's talk. Majita, answer me. Why? Why can't we have a perfected collaboration? I want to take those points. Why? Okay, let me ask again. Can we have a perfected collaboration? Oh, now the answer is can we have it? Okay, they still no. Those who say no, why? Why can't we have it? Yes.
I think it's because we have different burnouts and we are unable to control them.
We have different burnouts and we are unable to control them. I like that. So if we can control the different burnouts, we can, according to you. We can have a perfected collaboration. Okay, someone else? What will prevent us from having a perfected collaboration? Why? One thing that you think can be a contribution to us not having a perfected collaboration. Yes, sir.
If we realize our weaknesses.
If we realize our weaknesses, it's a positive. I want the reason why we can't. Because that one is why we can, isn't it? Why we can have a perfected collaboration. It's when we realize our weaknesses. So I want the one why we cannot have a perfected collaboration. Suffering from protecting our ego against the mandate. Okay? Someone else? I'm sure we are taking note of this. No? Someone else? Last person. Why can't we have a perfected collaboration? Huh? Who's answering? Oh, okay. Pride. Cheap pride. Because all of us do have pride. We are just containing it. But cheap pride is the one that is mostly expressed. People with nothing, they want to talk about their nothing to people with something. I tell you don't know the audience. All of a sudden you come and tell the audience, when you've got a 5-bedroom house. In the audience, there's somebody who's renting flats, renting them out in Pretoria. 250 flats. So what is 5 and 250? Okay, so how many schools are represented here? We've got 14 schools. I want to give you a homework. Okay? Are all the 14 principals here? How many do we have? But do we have deputy principals from the schools where the principals are not here? I would like to give you a homework. Go and arrange a staff meeting. Okay? The agenda of this staff meeting is the development of a team culture. Development of what?
Team culture.
A team culture. You are going to allow everybody to write down everything they think must belong to the culture of the school. For an example, you can write punctuality, or we want to be known by coming early to school. All right? You can write professionalism. Remember, professionalism has nothing to do with attire. We were taught wrong. Professionalism is the order of administration. It's not attire. That's why there are people who wear t-shirts and jeans and they are excellent. And only nobody for peace, but we are poorly performing. So professionalism has got to do with order of administration. How do we want the order of our administration as the school? Then you talk on issues of leadership. How do we want our management team to look like? How do we want them to treat everybody else? Then you talk on the roles of every team member. Like I gave an example of the security personnel, receptionists, those who are responsible for gardening. That's infrastructure. Again, that's the look of the school. And that's the reputation, first reputation that everybody has about the school. You don't need to have money to paint the school, but you can keep the school clean. If that is a culture, There's not even one of you that will leave a paper on the floor. Right now we are in this meeting. Babang balona liloma metsi, hale qeta segupu, se tla be se le on the floor and nobody will pick it up. Okay, now that I've said it, you'll pick it up, but nobody was gonna pick it up. Because we have created the opposite culture. Then you must have a culture of ethics. I'm giving examples. You will decide what kind of culture you have. Culture of ethics.